First female Green Beret faces minor misdemeanor charge for accidentally firing her gun, police say. Accidentally... I can't believe I have to cover this story. Faces charges for accidentally firing her gun. I mean, it couldn't have happened to a worse person. This could not have happened to a worse person. Let me pull up the article here. Let me just do that for you guys. Okay? First female Green Beret faces minor misdemeanor charge. I'm not even mad at, this isn't even a woman thing. Okay? It's just, if it was going to happen to anybody, why did it have to happen to her? I mean, come on. These things happen. Okay? It's not a girl thing. You guys, it's not a girl thing. It's just, come on. Like, come on. Why do you have to do that? There's a lot to talk about here. So, first female Green Beret faces minor misdemeanor charge for accidentally firing her gun. 5 months after becoming the first female Green Beret, a National Guard soldier is facing a civilian misdemeanor charge for accidentally firing a pistol inside a Colorado apartment. You guys. 5 months. 5 months. I mean, come on. In July, the soldier whose identity has been kept secret, it won't still be secret. It won't still be a secret because court is public record. So, in July, the soldier whose identity has been kept a secret graduated from the grueling 53-week Special Forces qualification course at Fort Bragg, becoming the first woman to earn a Special Forces tab, the Q course. She finishes the Q course. I think she was a National Guard soldier, right? I think. So, she finishes the Q course consisting of selection, language training, tactics, FID training, all this stuff. She finishes. And she becomes the pride, the image of women in Special Forces, and she's gonna catch a charge for an ND, like the ultimate offense. If you don't know, hang on. If you don't know, in the military, an ND is like the ultimate offense. Okay, a negligent discharge. The negligent discharge. It's the worst of the worst. It's the worst thing you can do. It's if you don't know, there is no such thing as an accidental discharge, okay? We don't even use those words. Accidental discharges don't exist. There's only negligent discharges. There's only negligent discharges because you are responsible for your weapon. And if a round comes out of it and you didn't intend to, it's not an accident, it's negligent, okay? Weapon safety. It's drilled into you from day one of boot camp, okay? Let me catch up on the chat here. Let's go. ND, Jones, ND. This man touches on topics as if he is talking to thousands of people and his equipment as if he has millions of subs. He is ahead of his channel. Thank you, Amir, very much. The channel will catch up to me. I'm going to keep making good content for you guys. Don't hate. I'm not trying to hate. It's not even a girl thing. It's just, it is what it is. He's doing good and it's entertaining. Thank you. I hope it's entertaining. Howdy, folks. What's up, Cade? Women are totally qualified for SF. I sense the sarcasm there, Regal. I'm not even saying it's a girl thing. You know I love women veterans. You know I love women in the service, okay? I'm going to try to do a whole episode soon on Chief Shannon Kent, if you guys don't know who that is. So, Ayo Nixo, I know, dude. I know. Wait, was this in training or what? Accidental discharge is a crime. Firing a weapon is a crime. Like, you can't just fire a weapon in your apartment. It is against the law. It's an illegal discharge of a firearm. Different states, different cities have different penalties, but an unsafe discharge, you can't walk into Times Square and shoot a gun into the sky, right? You can't just shoot a weapon anywhere. At least it's not a felony, true. She is 10th group at Fort Carson. I don't know. 10th group. So you guys know what's up. Bingo ND. So reminds me of a captain who almost offed some Marine on the rifle range. Ayo Nixo, I would love to hear that story. Betzer, I don't know what that is, Regal. Robert says she was pushed selection in Q course by chain of command. Can't confirm, but your source is reliable. I don't know. No comment. I'm going to believe she wasn't, unless proof comes out that she was. I'm going to go with she wasn't and that she met the standards and that she did it. No, not you. I wasn't telling you not to hate. Why would she have it in her hand? Well, why would she have a gun in her hand? I can think of a million reasons. But normally you wouldn't want to have a loaded gun, round chambered in your hand, pointed anywhere with your finger on the trigger, unless you were intending to shoot it. Okay. These are the golden rules of weapon safety. And why wasn't the safety on? Lots of handguns don't have safeties. And in SF, I believe they still use the Beretta, which does have a safety. But like, for example, in the Navy, we use the SIG P226, no safety. Let's see. Promotions, formations to be back. In the South, your backyard is your fire range. Oh, yeah, for sure. So if you could live somewhere where you can go into the backyard and fire your weapon, but you could live somewhere like an apartment in Colorado, and you definitely cannot do that. Yeah, so probably 10th group, right? So that makes sense. Let's get back to the article. So on December 12th, she allegedly discharged a handgun by accident. No, not by accident, folks. By negligence. Inside an apartment in Colorado Springs, Army 1st Special Forces Command Airborne released a statement about the incident. Our command is engaged with local authorities regarding an incident involving one of our soldiers and an apparent negligent discharge of a firearm at an off-post residence in Colorado Springs. You know what? If you don't treat all NDs as if you keep using the word AD, then you'll never consider yourself accountable for that, and it'll just happen again. Okay? Oops, that was an accident. Could have happened to anybody. Nope. Negligent discharge. It's your fault. Your weapon, your fault. It's the only way to look at it. So while the handgun was discharged inside an apartment, no injuries occurred because the incident occurred off-post. Local authorities have jurisdiction. We will continue to coordinate with local authorities and closely monitor the civilian case as it moves toward resolution in municipal court. She did it, I guess. Or she's charged with, she's going to, what I mean is she's going to have to face up to it. She is charged. She's going to have to face up to it. It doesn't sound like they're just going to drop the charge. It's a misdemeanor, but it doesn't sound like it's just going to disappear. While the statement does not mention a Green Beret, Lessard told Military.com the original story by connecting vets. The first outlet to report on the incident is factual. U.S. Army Special Operations Command has a policy that prohibits releasing the names of its members because of their unique missions. I think that's good, but somebody's going to get it out now. As the first female graduate of the Q course, the soldier excelled throughout the course and earned the respect of both her instructors and her peer group. I give her all the credit in the world. I go with that. She did it and she passed it, and it's not like it's unpassable. It's not like it can't be done, okay? So after graduating Q course, Green Berets typically are assigned 12-member operational ODA teams, operational attachment alphas. So she would be one of 12. I believe she was an officer, so that would make her an 18 alpha. After the alleged accidental discharge, the soldier received a summons to appear in court for the minor misdemeanor charge. Colorado Springs Police Department adding that her court appearance will likely be sometime in January or February. Since no one was injured, this is an extremely minor charge. Weapon safety is constantly stressed by all branches of the U.S. military, but accidental or negligent discharges do happen. NDs. As an April 12, 2019 incident ended in tragedy when former Marine Corporal Spencer Daly fatally shot his roommate, Corporal Tyler Wallingford, at the barracks in Marine Air Station Beaufort in South Carolina. They had been drinking heavily, and the two Marines were playing video games. Daly pointed a handgun at Wallingford in a teasing way and pulled the trigger. That's not very teasing. Sending a bullet into his fellow Marine's head, killing him. Daly was dishonorably discharged and is now serving a 69-month or basically 6-year sentence at Naval Consolidated Brig in Hanahan, South Carolina. You guys, let me catch up on the chat here real quick. Somebody said, why wasn't the safety on? I said, okay, so some guns don't have safeties. Really, I didn't know that. I thought all guns had safeties. All guns do not have safeties. A lot of handguns do not have safeties. Is she still SF? Dudes get booted for DUIs. I don't know how this crime compares. Where did the bullet hit? That's a good question, Jones. Blue Line, what's up? Where did the bullet hit? Probably just ended in a wall, or I'm sure that they did a forensics on it to some extent. And it didn't hit anybody, so it ended up somewhere. She is still SF. I don't know if she's still SF. The Army did not make a statement on that. I would assume she is still SF. I would assume she's not going to get kicked out of the community for this. Now, alternatively, if she ND'd on a range or something like that, that would probably be worse, frankly. I mean, how does it compare to a DUI is the question too. So a DUI is worse. I'm sure you're going to get in more trouble for a DUI, but I know like compared to the Navy, the Army is pretty laxed when it comes, as far as I know, and I'm saying compared to the Navy, the Army is more laxed with its enforcement of a lot of those punishments. And ND, if you, like, let's say you were a SEAL, okay? So like, let's say you were a Navy SEAL and you had a number of safety violations, okay? If you were doing live fire exercises on a range where you're shooting real bullets at targets for training and you negligently discharge once, you're going to be in huge trouble, okay? You're talking about the reality of you shooting a teammate. Now, you do it again, you could lose your trident. It would not be unheard of for a SEAL to lose their trident for safety violations, to be grounded permanently, to end up getting out of the military, to lose a rank, something like that. It's no joke, okay? These types of safety violations are no joke. Will she get to stay as a Green Beret? I assume she will. And I don't think that that's gender-based either. I think that these things happen. People get in trouble. The community is tight-knit. SF is a tight-knit community. Whatever branch you're talking about, SF takes care of their people more than any other organization across the military. SF takes care of their people the most. So I would say that she's going to stay a Green Beret. She's going to stay in the community. She's going to deal with these charges, and she'll never live it down. The shame will carry over her for the rest of her time in the Army. That is true. She will never be able to live that down. She'll probably go to work and her desk will be covered in gun safety posters. She'll get ragged on pretty hard. That's going to be the worst part, I suspect. If I hear more information about this story, I will cover it for you guys. But honestly, like, seriously, it couldn't have happened to a worse person. Like, why would the first female have to have this ND happen? I mean, you couldn't make this stuff up, honestly. What's up, guys? Thanks for watching that video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead and hit that subscribe button up in the corner here and check out this next video. If you want, in the description down below, there's links where you can get ScuttleButt Show merch and find out how you can support the channel. I really appreciate it, and I look forward to talking to you guys very soon.